practice 12. You're kind of in the home stretch here.
Yeah, it's very pleased with where we're at. We've gotten a lot of scenarios, a lot of situational football that we've kind of came up. And what I like about our structure of practice is we just put the ball down and go play. You know what I mean? And so there's a lot of scenarios that come up that you kind of got to work through offensively, defensively, and special teams. And so we're kind of getting an idea of depth chart wise where guys are at. And who we can count on. This last scrimmage will be critical on finalizing some of those details.
What is it you still want to work at here as you come down this end?
I mean, everything. I think we got 18 days till game day. So all three phases. Every scenario. Like I said, we got like I said at the early start of camp, we got veteran guys, but not a whole lot of guys that have had experience with each other. And so. It's just putting them in those adverse moments and trying to put as much pressure on them as possible now so that when we get to game day, they've done it before, they've seen it before, they've felt it before, so they can rely on their preparation.
Did you have a pretty good scrimmage practice on Saturday? Is that what you did?
No, the scrimmage will be this Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it you want to work on there? Just game scenarios, anything in particular?
Yeah, you're just playing ball. Like I said, the more we can just play with each other, the better. So we're not easing into the season. We got to be ready to roll with a quality opponent in Fresno State coming in.
Would that be the final scrimmage? Or
yes.
How many scrimmages have you had total?
That'll be our second scrimmage.
Okay.
Are there any groups in particular that have improved a lot, in your opinion?
Yeah, our O-line has improved tremendously. Coach Johnson done an awesome job with those guys. We obviously added a couple faces, and guys that were here did a great job in the offseason with Coach Rowe and just changing their bodies and getting stronger, getting bigger, and they're gelling. And what we do defensively kind of puts pressure on that group in particular, just with the one-on-one blocks and different twist games that we do. And so those guys are getting inundated fast with communication and playing with each other.
Talked about Jamal last week. Any more injury casualties or anybody that's going to be out for an extended time?
No, I mean, Kaltenberger got dinged up, but he should be fine. We've had a couple guys with some soft tissue injuries that will be ready come the start of the season. So we're fairly healthy, with the minus Jamal.
You think one side of the ball is ahead of the other right now?
No, I mean it's back and forth every day. One day the offense will seem like they have the upper hand, but they're still back and forth. And the next day the defense seems like they have the upper hand, but it's back and forth, which is what you want to see. That means the guys are competing. It's weird from my perspective, being a defensive guy and now like cheering for both sides of the ball. That's a work in progress.
What are you most pleased with, and what do you still think needs the most work?
I think I'm most pleased with the buy-in and the want to. Like, guys are enjoying going to work, they're enjoying practice, and we're making practice hard. It's difficult, and we're asking them to do things that they haven't done before. So just their willingness and commitment to striving to get better every day. That's what I'm most pleased with. What do we got to work on more? Just the attention to details, technique and fundamentals, especially when we get tired. We always do scenarios at the end of the game, in the practice, much like it would be at the end of the game when you're the most tired, and that's when the details and the fundamentals and techniques matter the most to put you in positions to win tight games. And with our schedule, it's going to come down to the fourth quarter most of the time. So I think that's just where we got to fine tune. What we're doing when we're tired and when the game matters most.
You mentioned the depth chart. Have you put much stock into redshirt candidates or anything like that
No,
yet?
not yet. That'll be after Thursday's scrimmage.
I know you talked about it this spring a little bit, just with you guys being unique on both sides of the ball from the rest of the conference. Mm-hmm. How much have you shown just different looks that they could see throughout the season, or is that something that you'll just do during the year?
We'll get into that as we start getting into game prep. We had a segment last practice, like an emphasis segment where we did some more 4-down stuff for the offense, some quarters and cover 3 stuff for the offense. And offensively, they gave us more 12 personnel, 2-back sets, and different things like that. That we'll end up seeing throughout the course of the season. But that's definitely different from what our identity is, offensively and defensively.
You're about 8-9 months months into this, Brian, what do you think the biggest thing you learned about being a head coach?
Just the one, like, to trust the guys you've hired to do their jobs at a high level and operate efficiently, so that I can do my job efficiently, and just being able to adapt and adjust when you need to, and having an open ear and open eyes to everything that's going on in the program, and always striving to make the players' experience the best it can be here. That's just the way I'm operating, and so far it's working, and so I hope that bodes well for the season.
Anything surprise you? I didn't expect
Yeah.
X, Y, or Z.
The thing that sort of catches you off guard when you're not expecting it is just the being recognized. You know what I mean? Because in my mind, I'm still the same person I was before I signed a piece of paper that said I'm the head coach at Purdue. So that's and the community has been awesome. Just with the recognition, it's not intrusive. It's welcoming. It's excitement. So I'm blessed to be at a place like Purdue in West Lafayette where the fan base is so supportive. But that is definitely the thing that people don't talk about. That happens when you put in a position that I'm in.
How do you keep this highly competitive? Where that's a long time from camp to the first game, and it can it's kind of the dog days of fall, and it can get stale maybe at times. So you got to keep it exciting.
Yeah, I think just the way we practice our 11, we do a lot of 11 on 11, and a lot of just straight move the ball. I've been places where okay, we're working all first downs, or we're working first down, play second, and you kind of, as a player, you kind of just go out there and you're playing plays and not really putting yourself in those situations, and so I think when you actually put the ball down and you just move the ball, like offense is trying to go score and defense is trying to stop them from scoring, so there's a winner and a loser at the end of that segment. And so I think the more we can simulate a game-like experience throughout the course of practice, no matter whether we're in full pads or shells or just in helmets, I think that bodes well for keeping it competitive and continually to teach situational football.
I'm impressed with the depth that you've built here in such a short time. Where in the spring you had almost no depth at most of the positions.
Yeah, it looks like a completely different team. I'm sure you guys come out and see it too. We added a lot of guys, and to their credit, they've gelled really well with the guys that were already here, and so they've gotten chemistry, gotten camaraderie, and I'm just very, very pleased with the guys we took and the guys we kept.
You got Fan Day Friday. Why are days like that important for this program?
Just to get out in front of the community, and as much as they appreciate the product we put on the field on game days, we appreciate the support and the excitement that they draw to our game, and so I think it's always good for the two to interact on a personal level, like a day like Fan Day provides.
You guys got to go swimming. Any surprise? Guys going off the high dive.
Yeah, we got a lot of dudes that are acrobatic in the air. Ben Farrell was awesome. Elijah Canyon was really good. Shoot, Hudson Carr. It's no surprise. He's freaking good at everything he does. But it was funny. He can do a bunch of flips and dives. Like the one time he sort of bailed out. Obviously as coaches we're like, okay, get out. But the players like, all right, you're done. So it was good fellowship there.